So watching, I had a strike without even knowing it. Settle for a snapping turtle. Weedless. Turtle, look it, I'm gonna catch something. A turtle. I got a turtle. Okay, let the turtle back down. Shit. Got one. Had one. That's the same pond that I caught my largest bass in. I caught a 7-pound, 2-ounce bass, and it was 1984. It's interesting, a couple of years earlier, this is a copy of Sports Afield. A kid I knew and fished with a few times in school, he caught a 9-pound, 8-ounce largemouth bass in that same pond. There is some controversy about his fish because, number one, he caught it in March, and there's usually ice on the pond then, and he caught it on a lure that an active fish would go after, a crankbait. So there's some controversy. Personally, I think he caught it in Florida and just brought it, drove back with it, but that's another story. Now the state record fish, this was caught in 1980 by this guy, Bob Elsley. Not sure if I'm saying his name wrong, but that fish was caught 40 years ago. The record still holds today, and it was 10 pounds 14 ounces. That's a New Jersey state record largemouth bass. And when I hooked up on this fish, I hooked it up on a Mr. Twister jig near the shore, and when it hooked, I saw a big swirl and felt the weight, and I knew I really had something huge on there. I kept it since it was my largest bass. Now, it's pretty unlikely that the New Jersey state largemouth bass is going to be broken because prior to 2001, there was no closed season on largemouth bass. So you could catch a largemouth bass pre-spawn that was extra heavy because of weight it put on and the eggs that it had inside it. So after 2001, if you catch a largemouth bass between April 15 and June 15, you have to release it. So you won't be able to get an official weight. You'll be like, wow, this is probably close to the state record, but you have to throw it back. Now, since I knew it was a really special fish, I decided to get it mounted. And that's it. This thing will be, and that's the mounted fish. It'll be almost 40 years. It's 36 years old now. It held up really well. Taxidermist did a good job. This is the original skin with all its perfect imperfections. Like the tail has some damage because when the fish is going to spawn, it starts fanning the bottom of the lake to make a nest. And I designed this plaque, and then unbeknownst to me, my sister took my template and had it made for me as a gift. And then my dad made this case out of plexiglass. So my fish, my sister's plaque, my dad's plexiglass protector. So that's the story of my largest largemouth bass ever. I doubt they'll ever catch a larger one in this state. I have that same fishing rod. I still use it today. And that was a gift from my father when I was a kid. Another picture of me holding fish. That's what I looked like 36 years ago.